3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a high of 79 to 83, then a clear moonlit sky tonight, low 66 to 72. Mostly cloudy and more humid Thursday with periods of rain and a thunderstorm in the afternoon. High tomorrow 79 to 81. Then rain and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon will continue through late tomorrow night and can lead to flooding. Passing shower in the morning Friday. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holbrook.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Ocala Talks. It is a Wednesday. Robert Colin from On Top of the World joins us. He's in studio with us. Robert, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Thanks for having us.
It's a pleasure to always have you. And we're going to talk about something that, I kind of dropped the ball on the last time she was here because I said I would like to try to teach a class, and then I dropped the ball and never followed through. So I'm kind of in the doghouse with her. Yeah. Tell us who your guest is.
Well, today we got Michelle Scheidler. She's our Director of Education for Master the Possibilities, which is located next to the On Top of the World property, but it's a project or foundation that's open to all residents of Marion County, or actually anywhere, that they can take classes, and we offer up to 500 classes this coming session.
Yeah, January through June we have.
It's a magazine.
It's just about a magazine. Yes. Good morning. We have almost 540 courses January through June, and that just went live at 8 a.m. today for registration.
You could have 541 if I didn't drop the ball.
That's right. We could, and somebody could be doing part of our kickoff today, which is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on our website, where they could see that 541st course that could have been in the curriculum. But we are excited. Today is our kickoff for our January through June curriculum. Like I just mentioned, it's a kickoff event. Pre-registration is today from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Anyone who goes on our website today and visits our kickoff page does have a chance to register for all of the courses in our January through June curriculum. And then at the end of the day, I get to be the lucky one to choose between 5 and 10 people who have registered today that I get to call and say, guess what? Thank you for participating in our kickoff. You just got a free class.
Wow, that's pretty good, because I was going to ask, are all the classes, are there monetary numbers involved in classes? Are some of them free? Some of them cost money? What's the situation there?
Both. About 10% of our curriculum is free, and 10% doesn't sound like much, but it's about 70 courses that we have in our curriculum that somebody could register for at absolutely no cost to them. There are community service classes, so our topics and our instructors are here to provide feedback and education to the community in a community service fashion. Instructors in that caliber like Hospice of Marion County, University of Florida IFAS, pharmacology. So those types of courses are absolutely free to the public. Anyone can register. No registration. I mean, we do have to have registration, but no fee at all to come take classes with Master the Possibilities. And then we do have fee-based courses, and the fees are based upon the topic or what type of course it is.
We're not talking big fees. I mean, maybe there are a couple of, but you're looking at, like, if you look at history classes, they're, if you're a member, they're $3, or if you're not a member, they're $8.
$8 for every class.
Well, it depends on the course. If it's a 1-day, 2-day, or 4-day, each course has its own curriculum. But the average course fee at Master the Possibilities is less than $10.
So I could come out there and afford that, even on my radio salary that the Martones pay me.
That's right.
You could.
I mean, because I make, they naught from naught is naught, So give us a brief look at some of the more popular curriculum classes that you offer.
We have a lot of history buffs in Ocala, and history seems to be one of our most popular categories here at Master the Possibilities, and we go all the way back to the Civil War. So we have experts in the field who sit in a classroom and just about every month, and they have a different topic about the Civil War or World War I or World War II, and we go all the way up to even current events for today. So we might be talking 1500s today in a classroom, but tomorrow we're talking about what's going on right now.
I know a guy that has a master's degree in history with an emphasis in colonial history.
Yeah.
But you don't go to colonial history. You go to Civil War.
Well, no, she's got a class here: Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, and the
There
emergence
we go.
of political parties. So
Yeah, the Federalist Papers and the difference between the Democratic Party and the Federalist Party that was then replaced by the Whig Party that was then replaced by what we know as the Republican Party.
Wasn't that course 542 that we're still waiting
There
on?
you go. So now 541 and 542.
But history is very popular, and then so was health and wellness. We have a lot of people who are trying to be fit physically and mentally, because there is a mentally fit. So we do have classes that not only talk about how to exercise your body, but your brain, nutrition. We even look at things like the keto diet, the Mediterranean diet. We have doctors who come to our education center a lot just to have discussions with individuals before they make that next step. So that person has a better understanding as to what may or may not be good for that individual person.
Are there classes or situations where it would be good for, like, say, if my wife and I both wanted to take the class together, where couples can come? It's not individual, where you could, get your wife or your husband to come, or maybe a group of friends that all have a like thought process?
Absolutely. Couples and groups can come to all of our courses. We even have a couples massage class.
Learning how to give
Learn how to give your spouse or significant other a massage.
Hopefully my wife did not have the radio on just then. Hopefully she was not listening on YouTube or had the radio on just then.
Yeah.
Because we'll be signed up today if that happens.
Hey, we can take it. Kickoff today, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But we have found that the majority of the reason a person takes a class is for the educational aspect, but also for socialization. So you are in a room with like-minded individuals, and you're sharing ideas and thoughts. And for our history instructors over here who've not yet decided to teach, they could come in and give feedback in a classroom, even though there's already a teacher in there. That way, people can have an open dialogue about their perspectives as to what they've learned.
Do you expect, because it looks like we're winding down out of the pandemic, it looks like Florida's been winding down for a while now, but it looks like everybody's winding down as the snowbirds start coming back, as your seasonal people start coming back to our area. Are you looking for larger groups, larger number of people to sign up for these classes, because people are looking for that socialization aspect to get back into interacting with people instead of just doing everything through Zoom calls?
We're not looking, we're already seeing it. Our numbers have been increasing since September. Master the Possibilities has been fortunate to have classes in person all year, actually. And one of the things we do is we still keep safety in mind. We are still socially distanced in the classroom, but we are filling. Our classes are filling. People want to interact. They want to be in person. They want to have that open dialogue. They want to learn something new. They want to try a different skill set.
Robert, what is the mindset or the motivation behind offering something like this to the community, for On Top of the World to offer something like this to the community, these classes where anybody can come and learn? It's not, you don't see that every day, where a foundation or a community creates classes to, hey, everybody come take part. It's more about the people that live there and their lifestyle, but this is something you've opened to the entire public.
Yeah, and it really speaks to going to Sidney Cole, the founder of On Top of the World, and then passing on to Ken, who's the president now, that everything they focused on, it wasn't just building a house for you. It was about hoping to build a lifestyle, a sense of meaning in your life, that when you retired, you didn't just sit home and you weren't working anymore and you went and played cards or shuffleboard. No, there was a lot more in life that you could do, and learning is so interactive. And as they developed these classes, 15, 18, 20 years ago, and MTP was formed, and you began to see, like, a lot of people say, well, wait a second, I can do a lot more than just go to the pool and swim. I can even teach classes. I can share my knowledge. I can sit in a class and learn with other people, and And so when I wake up in the morning, I'm excited to get up, and I have energy and motivation, and I can share and I can give, and that's all part of what life is about. Is having a meaning and a purpose, and doing something like this does it. And that's what Michelle. If you look at the calendar or the catalog, and you get to see so many classes that are so far from different areas of topics that it's like you have an opportunity to learn about really everything that you'd want to possibly learn about, and that's why it's worth even going to the website. Is today now? Is it on the website where you would
It's
go
on the website today.
And
what is the website?
It's our name. It's masterthepossibilities.org.
And what would you see there so that you could see the kickoff?
When you go to our website, we've got a big box that pops up right in front of your face saying the kickoff is today. Click here.
Big banner pops right up.
Yes, and then it brings you to our kickoff page. And unfortunately, there's a video of myself welcoming everybody to the kickoff and what they can expect by just scrolling down and browsing. On our kickoff page today, we have various instructors who have agreed to have video taken of them to give people, it's kind of like a promotional video to give people a good idea of what to expect by taking classes. So we have more than 40 opportunities on our kickoff page right now, because it is virtual, where people can still get a good taste of what to expect by taking that class before they even register. And my team did an amazing job going outside of the box, trying to think of a way that we could still do a kickoff, kind of like an expo style event, without being in person. So a person could do a little more research, a little more studying before they actually register, because we want our students to have an amazing experience in the classroom. We want it to be one that they remember, one where they enjoy learning, because this is the time where you get to choose what you want to learn, and you get to have fun learning. So we want them to have a good time with that, and then when they realize that they are a good fit for this course topic, they can click on a button and go and register immediately today.
And anybody can register, right? Anybody who's listening today, they can go on this website, you
That's
can register,
correct.
you can take the class, and just like if you were a resident on top of the world or anywhere else, you can come watch it and you can participate.
How satisfying is it to people? Robert brought up a situation where not only can people take these classes, but some people are inspired to then share their knowledge and come up with classes they want to teach. How gratifying is it, have you seen, when people take that step to teach the class and then they come back from the class and tell you how satisfying it was for them? Do you have that happen often?
Oh, for many of them, it's life-changing, because like Robert was talking about just a few moments ago, people who typically live on top of the world, this is either their second career or their retirement. And just the fact that they can still give back to others. They have a knowledge, they have a passion, and through Master the Possibilities, we are the educational outlet that they still have to reach others every day.
We've talked about history is very popular. I would guess that financial classes and stuff like that, or retirement investment classes, stuff like that, probably be a big hit too.
We do have those, and one thing that we really strive to do at Master the Possibilities is make sure that our classrooms are for educational content. We're not for marketing. We're not for soliciting. We're for educational content. So for courses like you just mentioned, we are very specific with our instructors, because again, we want our students to come into the classroom, have a great experience, and leave with knowledge, not a solicitation.
Well, I saw a class on ice cream, so that's not about marketing?
It's not about marketing. It's about the history of ice cream and where it's come from a couple hundred years behind us.
How much that class cost?
I don't know, but I do know that you get an ice cream tasting in the class.
Can I sign up for that? Can you just go ahead without me going to the website? Can you mark me down for that class?
Well, I guess it depends on if you're going to give me course 451 and 452.
Okay, so now we're negotiating. I like that. But that talks about the diversity of what you're offering. Mm-hmm. We just talked about there are things that could possibly teach you the ins and outs of how to day trade if you wanted to take your afternoon doing that.
Idea. They dabble with that.
Their history, if you want to know the history of stuff. But then also, there's a class on ice cream. Mm-hmm. You don't get more diverse than ice cream, day trading, and history.
We have cooking, and we have field trips or day trips. We have computer classes, cybersecurity classes. We have art classes. We have some amazing art studios at Master the Possibilities that are perfect for learning stained glass or pottery and ceramics. Or I was joking with a student the other day because he mentioned that for some reason he got an Instant Pot last year for Christmas, and he doesn't know how to use it. Guess what kind of class we have at Master the Possibilities?
An Instant Pot
An
class.
Instant Pot class. As a matter of fact, we have one on Thanksgiving Instant Pot and how you can do your entire Thanksgiving dinner in an Instant Pot.
See, all kind of things come to mind just then. Today is the kickoff
Today is the kickoff.
from 8 to 5, and you said something about there's some people that'll get free.
Anyone who participates in our kickoff today, and that means you go to our website, you visit our kickoff page, and you register for at least one course. Everybody that does that today will automatically be put in a drawing, and we will choose between 5 to 10 people from today's kickoff registrations, and we will contact them to let them know that they won a free course. And it's a variety, so you will have the option of the free course. It's not just one specific course.
Now, are they all classroom-based courses, or are they hands-on outdoor courses? Some of them like that take advantage of Shalom Park or some of the other venues that are offered around on top of the world?
All of the above. We have more than 10 courses that will be at Shalom Park, and yours truly, right here next to me, facilitates a few of them.
Right, I got one actually at 10 o'clock. So.
At 10 o'clock today, yes, Shalom Park Walk and Talk. We also have coming up in January and February, which is a great time, that will be at Shalom Park. We have an instructor who will be doing a class on observing the sun during the day and then observing the planets and stars at night at Shalom Park, which is a perfect place for that because you don't have an issue with lighting.
It's an amazing natural observatory. Mm-hmm. It really is. It really is.
What are some of the classes that are going to be really popular and big this year?
Oh, there's too many to mention, but that one will be. We also have planetarium classes where we go off site, and we do have classes that go into the city of Ocala. The city downtown walk is a really popular one that we do with Karen Grimes, and you get to learn more about the city of Ocala itself. So if you want to hear about the restaurants or the Brick or anything down there like the Riley and the Appleton Museum, we have that as part of a tour.
And the mayor's going to be talking too, right?
And the mayor will be talking with us next spring.
That's very cool to have like an introduction to downtown Ocala with that class walking around, knowing when you said the Brick. A lot of people, unless they know or in the know, they don't know that's the Marion Cultural Alliance. The Brick is right there, unless they're in the know. Some people go brick. Well, there's brick everywhere downtown.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it's little things like that you don't think about. People may not know that you guys offer for those that don't know.
That's correct.
Now, are these classes just for adults, or are there classes that are family friendly? Are there classes that are late teen, early teen, child? Are there any classes like that?
Our typical curriculum is geared towards adults, but that doesn't mean it's not teenage family friendly. So we do have instructors that will allow individuals under the age of 18 to attend, as long as there's a parent or a guardian with them. But we also have every summer an Ageless Adventures program that is complete family friendly.
Yeah, because family friendly, I think, would be a great thing, especially during the summer.
What are some of your Ageless Adventure classes?
We have an amazing lineup this upcoming, well, next July of 22, we'll have a 3D printing class and a pine wood derby class where you make and do a race with your own little pine wood derby car.
Wow.
We have a mad scientist lab. We will have, they will get to create their own stepping stone. So because we threw art in there. And there's even sort of an escape room type of a class that we've added. Yeah, so we have quite a few different classes that are coming up that are complete family friendly of all ages.
Are there classes that are specifically that would help people who maybe have a disability or something, that showing them how to maneuver around Ocala, stuff of that nature? Because I know I have a very good friend of mine who has cerebral palsy, is in a wheelchair, and he had to learn through trial and error where the places were that he could go, where he couldn't go, stuff like that. And I think with a lot of people with disabilities and all, that would be something that people would need to know, because you do the downtown course. Mm-hmm. Is there something that's geared towards the American Disability Act type ordeal where people know and understand places they can go and that are accessible to them?
We have a lot of support group classes. This is a great question, and I'm just going to focus on Parkinson's and dementia. We have support group classes that meet every month at Master the Possibilities, and they do bring in panels of experts, and they talk about that exact thing. How do we help the caregiver? How do we help the person individually? How do we help the family? And then we also talk about what we might need to ask our doctor and how we get around in Ocala, and what companies do we reach out to for a mobility machine. So yes, we do have those types of events at Master the Possibilities.
one of the best things you said there was caregivers. It's National Caregiver Month. This month is National Caregiver Month. And sometimes we think about the patient and we think about the person with dementia or the person with Alzheimer's and not the person that's taking care of them. And a lot of times they are facing strife none of us understand.
That's right.
So that support groups for that. You know, I went and did the hospice virtual dementia tour. And if you haven't done that yet, or if that's not all, Master of Possibilities might need to look into that, because that was life-changing for me.
What is that about?
We have a lot of hospice specific events.
Robert, you should call hospice and make an appointment. They'll set it up for you to do. It's a virtual tour where you literally, they put you in a situation where you are basically have dementia. It sets it up so you are facing the same trials and tribulations a person with dementia has, and they let you walk a mile in a person with dementia shoes. About 45, I won't give it away because you don't want to talk about it because people need to experience.
Right.
But about 45 seconds into it, the person who was observing got concerned that they may have to take me out of the tour because I was getting so frustrated. They thought that it may end up being an angry situation, because I got angry within about 45 seconds.
Wow.
I was so frustrated. And it really opened my eyes to what people with dementia have to face. Because if they even have a tenth of the frustration I was experiencing, their life's a living hell.
Yeah. If you go through the catalog, there are a lot of classes on medical aid and treatments.
Yes.
and
exactly that. Not only as the individual going through that pain and suffering, but how can the person next to you who experiences and sees that, how can they help you? How can they better relate? And how can they relate themselves? So that's very important, especially here in Ocala, and we do make sure we have that.
So now that we've talked about that, let's pick it back up again.
Okay.
Let's talk about, are there social classes such as, can I learn samba? Or could I learn dancing? And so, could I go figure out how to do the cha-cha real well or something like that?
We will be bringing ballroom dance back. Because of socially distanced requirements, we have not had that for 2021, but we did have that previously, and we will be bringing the dance-specific events back. But we have a lot of other social events, like you can go kayak with Lars Anderson.
Oh, there you go.
Down the Withlacoochee
a
River.
fishing class coming up.
We have a fishing class coming up. That's going to be a good class for people who are new to Florida, or even who have been here for a few years, like Mr. Colin here. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission is going to be hosting that class, and we're going to talk about fresh and saltwater fishing, do's and don'ts, good places to go, and then what do you fish with? What are some good tips as to the types of lures and rods?
If they could tell me how to not get my line, just tied up and in knots and everything as it goes back into the reel, because the most frustrating thing to me is I always end up with knots and everything in my line because I don't know how to fish.
It'd be a great class would be one on poker.
I heard that there might be an instructor.
I know a guy. I know. Hey, Moose, Rocco. I know a guy. They'll get in touch with Tony.
No, tell them to get in touch with Michelle.
Yeah. No, it's one of those classes, but that's another class. I'm sure there's a lot of gaming classes and
there are.
Card game classes and stuff like that.
There are, definitely. We've got a really good bridge instructor. His name is Rad.
Rad, bridge instructor.
Yes.
That's out of all the and I know how to play a myriad of card games, pinochle, all kind of. The one game I never played, bridge.
Come on down. We've got the
Never
class.
played bridge, and it seems like it would be a great thinking person's game. Maybe that's why I've never played it. I'm a checkers type guy, Are there classes like that? Classes on chess and stuff like that you may be able to take up?
We don't currently have classes on chess, but if anyone is willing to teach, we're always looking for new instructors.
So that is something you're looking for, too. Not only are you looking for people to participate in these classes, you're always looking for new ideas and new instructors.
Absolutely. We do interest surveys year-round. We add to the curriculum year-round. If there's an interest and there's a need for knowledge, we're all about adding that to our curriculum.
Tell people again why today from 8 to 5 is so important.
It is our kickoff for our January through June curriculum. Anyone who visits the kickoff today gets to pre-register for classes that fill quickly. And I don't know if many of you know, but we have a theme each 6-month curriculum or each term. And our theme for January through June is Explore, Discover, and Understand. It is STEM related, science, technology, engineering, and math. We have more than 17 experts who will be visiting with us January through June, talking about things like environmental science and what that means to Central Florida, especially with our waterways and our manatees and all of our other ecocentric things here in Florida, specific to Central Florida, that we as Floridians really need to think about.
If you can get Neil Tyson DeGrasse to come teach class, I'm in there. I'm in it because that's immediately when I saw the front cover of the magazine. That's exactly what I thought about was explore, discover, and understand with Shalom Park and the way stars are good out there and everything. Robert, tell people where they can go find out more information.
Masterthepossibilities.org.
That's correct.
30 minutes goes by so quick. Yeah. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Michelle, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is